Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I've been having a go at this, it's called a something. I think it's called a double ribbon, a ribbon technique, but for some reason my white cardstock always ends up in the centre. Well, the cards I've seen have got white here and here and nothing in the centre, so for some reason I'm doing it a little bit wrong, but I still like the effect. I've used the new embossing folder, which comes in a catalogue, and I can't think what it's called. What am I like? Oh my goodness, let me find it, because I've got... Oh, what am I like? I bought that one, which is got Christmas words, Christmas tidings. It might be further back. Yeah, I think it's further back. Oh, shavings. I'm not even supposed to be showing you inside here. What am I like? Please don't tell anyone. It's called Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. Mind you, by the time you see this, September will be gone, so I was fine. Snowflake Fall. Right, what I've done, I've used this sentiment from here. I've already, to save time, because I'm going to make two. I'm going to make this one, but try and get the crossy better, and I'm going to make one with 1/2 inch strips. These are 3/4 inch strips. I've done some scoring already. This is for the inside of my card, and I've got this. Now this is out my scraps bin. I know it's not the same colour, but I think that will just stand out lovely when I've cut that down. That's supposed to be 5.5. Oh, let's see if Gaynor's got a paper. Right, this is 5 3/4. Right, that's right. This should be 5 3/4 as well, but it's not. Oh, okay. We need some popwa. Let me just find some paper. Oh, right, okay. I'm going to use some cheap, really thin cardstock, because we're just gluing paper to it and then it'll get adhered. Do you know what's here? I don't know why I've got that piece of paper. It's there. This is the bit we need, and it's the same size. What am I like? Forget me head if it was loose. So we're going to make the 3/4 inch one, and then I've run my paper for the backing through the die machine. I've already cut this one. I've run this one through the die machine, and I think we're going to have to cut this one down. And my card is 5 7/8, so I'm going to do this 4 inches by 5 3/4. That way we're not messing around. I know the backing is white, but on this one I'm going to be using very vanilla, so it'll give a nice contrast, so this gorgeous pattern will stand out on the very vanilla against the white. Oh, we'll get there. Right, we don't need this right now, or this. This is to cut our sentiment out after. We don't need that just yet. That's going on the inside of the card, which we're going to stamp. We just need this and our strips. Now these strips with the stars on are from the Very Cute papers, and these 4 strips are from the Walk in the Forest. So, I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to get my craft mat as well, my silicone mat. I've scored every 3/4 of an inch, and we're going to do 1/2 an inch on the other card. Right, let me zoom in so I can show you. Please don't condemn me for getting it wrong. I'm going to use my tape runner, and I don't know if it's going to... Do you think it's going to look nice? I definitely don't want to use the green, so I think what I might do is just use these, and then I could use the blue on the outside. I haven't decided, but that would look pretty as well. Will it though? See, now I'm a little bit... Or should we have the blue? The green? No, I don't like that either. Should we have it like that? Or should we have it like that? I don't want... I think I'm going to stick with spots and stars there. Right, so let me see if I can get you to see. I'm not going to fold them because you don't need to fold them. There, see that? Every 3/4 of an inch. I know I've got a little flap at the bottom, which is only 1/4 of an inch, but we'll work that out. So apparently, you take your strip of paper and it's at the top and it misses the first one. Goes down to... I'm going to put a little pencil mark so you can see. So let me just put a tiny little pencil mark on, because you're not going to see them anyway. We're going to cover them up. And I do both sides. Thing is, I'm looking at my screen and it's so far away. When you see it on YouTube, it'll be a little bit better. So we're going to go from this first point. You've got to keep the top of your paper from that first point to the second point. Let me just grapple with this a sec. From that first point, or is it the top to the top? I think it's top to the top. We'll work it out. Oh, Gaynor, I think it was from the corner to the first one. So I think it's the corner to the first one. So I'm just going to put it from this. Yeah, so you're going to keep the top of your paper right in this corner. And you're going to take it to the first one. So Gaynor's not got that lined up very well. And this tape runner is really sticky. So let me do it upside down. So that edge to that corner. Maybe I'll be better working off upside down. And then we're going to miss one. And we're going to take this edge to this, from that top to that top. So you're going to miss this one then, and it's going to be that top to that top, that top to that top, that top to that top, I think. Don't quote me on it. I'm just, do you know when your head goes Pete Tong? So this tip is going to that tip. And then, because you only need 4 of each on this 3/4, but on the other one I think you need about 6 or 7, so I've done 8. And then we're going to go miss one. So this edge is now going over to that edge, and then we're going to just snip off the excess. I cut mine a little bit too long. You can get away with cutting them about 3.5 inches. I cut mine to 4, thinking, ooh, I think I know what I'm doing, but I'm not. So let's take those off. And I always seem to get the first bit right. It's the second bit then. So my non-sticky scissors, I got a tiny little fraction hanging over there. So now we're going to come in with this bit, because apparently, see, you're going to see my score lines. Ah, is it that one to that one? Let me just check. That one to that one. That one to that one. Oh, that's better. I've got them on the right side, but that means I've got to have another one from there to there, so I might need an extra one. So right, get that out of the way, because okay, right, there to there. Don't forget, that's my little bit on the end. I don't need to I'm not concentrating on the little 1/4 inch bit. I'm going to go back up to the top. So now this one is going to go there to there. That's better. We'll sort the bottom bit out in a bit. I've got some more paper somewhere. I might have to cut another strip, but that doesn't bother me. So we're going to go from corner. Oh my goodness. So top of the paper to the top of the corner. No, because that's not right. It's not long enough. That's right. Top of the paper. Okay, now stop it. Right. Top of the paper. Why is it like that? See, then I end up with stripes in the middle. So it's the top to the top, I think. And then it'll be top to the top. Need to come down. That's better. Moving it up, top to the top. And then top to the top. That's right. That looks a little bit better, I think. Oh well, gainers. I can never seem to get... Oh, I've just pulled it off, look. I can never seem to get that first piece. Let's see if I do it this way. So this is my little mark. Or do I go from the top to there? Let me just lay them on. I think that looks a little bit better. That's it. Yay, I've got it. So that one can stay there. Oh, get it on quick before I make a boo-boo. It's, I don't know, so top of that notch to the top. That's right, because we've got to come like a crisscross, so it looks like zip, 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 zip. So then that one should have come up to there, really. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter which way you do it, as long as it looks pretty. I mean, I've made a boo-boo big time because it's all coming down the centre. See, it doesn't look... Well, it does look like ribbon, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. And then... But then that one hasn't got a continue... Oh, yeah, it has that way, that way, that way. That way, that way, that way, and that way. Ah, there we go. That was right. So, top bit to that top bit. And then this top bit. I should just stick to the way I did it, innit? And then this top bit to this top bit. Now if I turn it round, we got, well, by the time I trim off, so we've got continue, continue. It made a boo-boo there somewhere. Continue, continue. I'm just cutting it off. Gaynor's made a boo-boo. I've watched about 5 different people and it's mad, isn't it? I've done braided cards, I've done lattice cards, I've done... And for some reason my brain won't commute with this one. Let's see what that looks like. Can I always... I haven't pressed down rock hard. Ah, see, now that needed to go there, that needed to go there, that needed to go there, and that needed to go there. But it still looks cute. Let's see which wrap. Let's see if it does look cute. I need to get my pencil now. Where's my pencil? And I just... Oh, look, my little thingy's just broke. What am I like? Too heavy-handed. Let me just get... Can you see what I'm doing? Just getting rid of my little pen. You're not supposed to see the score line, see? So... That's alright. You can see my scoreline, but it's not that major. So let's get it on the card. Oh my goodness, I've got no nails. I've got no rhythm with this card whatsoever, but I thought I'd try and make it anyway. So let's get this on here, line this up because nothing sticks to the silicone mat. And I want a nice little gap. And I know it's not the right colour for the card, but I like the contrast. So I've got tiniest little overhang. And I mean tiny, maybe you won't even see it. Let's pop that way a sec. We might get it right on the second card. So let's just see. 5 and a... There's a little spider crawling across my desk. 5.5, no, 5 3/4. There we go. That look, tiny little thing like that. Right, let me zoom back out. Move my mat. I'm going to fetch my card in, and this is Balmy Blue, and I'm just going to line up the corners. I mean, you can... I find Stampin' Up cardstock is easy to manipulate and fold, and I like it because my joins are together, and if I turn it over they're still together. So, and now I've got, and I put my card, this is velvet paper actually, it's velvet, I found it, I've had it years. Why is that so right, that's why, because I'm going to centralize it. So when I attach this on here, I've got the extra sprinkles of snow down there and the lesser ones down here. So I do need this to be 5.5. So let's chop that little bit off at the bottom. So it is 5.5. Let's just check Gaynor before we get zealous and chop stuff off. Yeah, 5.5. But on the other one, I'm going to keep it 5 3/4 as you've just seen. And then this is going to add on there. That is super cute. I mean, it's not the best. Oh well, you've got to have a laugh, haven't you? So let's get our card. You could add dimensionals on this. Because of it's got 2 or 3 layers and the designer series paper, I am just going to keep that pretty level. Got a bit of excess glue there. Get that squishy down. Tiny, I'm not even going to bother with that. This is just a sample card. This is a practice card. It's my second practice card. So make sure you've got the card the right way. And we're going to add this nice little border all the way around. And I'm going to turn it over because I want to make sure that glue is connecting. Because that's velvet paper. That's cute actually. It's not the bestest. It's supposed to be a Chrissy Crossy card, but this is my boo boo card. This one I got right. Amazing, isn't it? So I've got these labels I've had for a while. I'm going to put that in. Let's just do some stamping actually. So I've got a cute little flower here. With the other one, I stamped it a few times, but I stamped off first. But this is quite a paler. Oh, it looks dark. So let's stamp it off. And let's stamp. I'm just going to give that another. I'm going to stamp twice. And it's just a gathering for the corner. So while we've got the ink out, I'm going to grab my label. Look at me, I'm all fingers and thumbs. And I'm going to stamp my wishing you the warm blessings of Christmas. And I'm going to stamp it this way because it cuts out. It's gonna allow me to cut that out. Cute. Let me just ring that off. Get rid of. I'm gonna clean that in a minute. Fetching my little die machine. I'm gonna stab that in my mouse mat so I know where it is at all times. I'll pop that in the centre. See, I've got enough space for another one. I mean, I could just die cut all the way down to there, but I'm going through and left that panel at the bottom. So I could have just die cut it down as far as that line and it would have chopped off and left that bit, and I would just have to cut the sides off. But there it is, there's our cute little sentiment. I can use that again on something. I might get my oval punch for the next one. I mean, you can have this now, top or bottom, wherever you see fit. You could have it so you could write your message at the... I'm going to have this one upside down, and the other way around. I'm going to have my flowers at the top this time. That is so cute. And like I'm saying, the one I've just done, that I've done a bit of a boo-boo on, and I'm only adding 3. Straight edge along there. I'm going to rip them off. I'm going to take off the backings. Now, you can add this slant. And I'm looking for my snowflakes. So, I could go up here. I'm going to go in between, but that's going to give me 4 snowflakes. I know it's a bit bulky there. I could have doubled up, but that's okay. It's only my practice card, but I'll still give it to somebody. So I've got my nice little rhinestones, which I don't pay a lot for, and I'm just putting them in the centres of my snowflakes that are on the embossing folder. And then I'm going to have one more there. And when I had the 5 on this one, 1, 2, 3, I had 2 here. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm just going to pop one in that corner to get my 5. So I have made a little bit of a boo-boo. But they're cute. So I got my centres down there, and the ladies I saw literally had them either side like this, but I think I may have made it a little. So what I'll do is I'll do this one again, but with smaller papers. So let's set them to one side. This was a freebie with my order. So let's pop that there. Fetch in our card pieces. And we've got flower. Now I've got 2 really long pieces because I cut 1/2 inch by the 12, and then I cut 3.5 by 3.5, and then it left. But I only needed 8 pieces, so what I did with one, I cut 3.5, 3.5, and left them long. That way, I can decorate, because the bubble gum I'm using is quite pale. This is going on the front, and it's a smaller border this time, and then these will be layered up. Give me a smaller border there and a smaller border there. Isn't that cute? So inside the card I left these pretty long so we could decorate the inside of the card, either top and bottom or both at the bottom, and then we just chop off the excess. But these are the pieces I'm going to need for my, so let's pop that to one side, that, and let's do this. And I'm going to fetch your scoreboard in, and this is 5 3/4. Again, I got a little bit extra, but we're just going to score 1/2 inch, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, and 5.5, and that leaves me 1/4 inch at the bottom. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll need 6 pieces, but I've got 8, so make sure we don't run out. I think this time what I'm going to do is glue. So I'm going to have my pattern paper first, top and miss and top. Right, and Gaynor's going to lay them down this time. So top. Whoa, my eyesight's terrible. I can't even see those lines. Top and top. So top, top. Top, top. I might have to put the lines in just so I can see them. Woof. Top. Top. Now let's just have a look while we're here. Gaynor's terrible. I've got to pull it close, girls. Top. Top. Because you're not supposed to be able to see those score lines. So is it top, top? It's the top of that one to the top of that one. I think I've sussed it, so let's use glue this time. So I'm going to glue the paper, the card, not. So I'm going to glue from this corner. When my glue wants to come out, stop saying it, playing silly beggars. There we go. And down to that corner. So it's going to go from this corner to this corner. You're going to miss one. And then we're going to add the top of the paper and the top of that corner to the top of that corner. So I've got to hold it up. I can maneuver it into place then. That looks better. So right, the next piece, and then we're going to from this corner and down to that corner. So just going below, and then I'm going to go from that corner to that corner. Oh, look at that, my glue's all the way over there. Oh, I'm not getting this glue in the right. I don't know, I got that wrong. That one to that one. I think I'm getting it right now. I'm going to do this glue across here. I don't seem to be able to get it on my card properly. So that corner to that corner. So we're going across, 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 and then this, when we come back, should go from this corner to this corner. Ah, there we go. That's my crisscross. We'll get there in the end. That's why I did 2. So this corner at the top of the paper to the second corner, the top of that paper. Again, and we can always go back and splodge a bit of glue underneath if needs be. So this corner at the top of this paper to this corner. You'll see it on yours because you'll have it close up like I did. See what I mean? From that corner to that corner, and then see how I've got this one now, that this one will just flow off the edge. So I'm not doing a lot on this one. I'm going to fetch me a mat in this time. So this corner, my last score line, and I'm just going to try and keep the distance because I've got a little tiny overhang. So I'm just going to check, and then what I'm going to do now, I'm going to grab my scissors. I'm just going to snip that bit off, and then I put a little bit more glue on. And then I'm going to come from that corner there. I'm going to go that way. From that corner and try and keep that distance roughly about there. So I've got zig, 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 zig all the way down. And now I'm going to burnish. I'm going to turn it over and burnish. I watched one lady, she had really long strips and she was cutting them off, and where she'd cut it off there, the angle was just right to go there, and that really confused me. So we'll get there, girls. So trim off these little pieces. I mean, you can wait till the end, but I'm confused already. And I just thought I'd do a thank you card because I've done quite a few Christmas cards this few weeks. I'm not really a Christmas cardy person. It's very rare. Where I live, see, there's just me, Paul. There's Paul's daughter and granddaughter, Paul's dad. I don't tend to bother with anybody else. It's got quite a bit of family, but they're not the type of family that bother with family, if you know what I mean. So any bits that are sticking up then, just go in with a bit more glue. That looks cute. Make sure I've got that cut right, because you know, if you leave a tiny fraction on, it pokes out like a sore thumb. So now I'm going to come with that one. No, I'm not. I'm going to come that one to that one. I'm going to lay them down again because knowing Gaynor, she get it wrong. That one to that one. Oh, I'm going upside down. Right, start at the top. Right. So, that one to that one. Or is it that one to that one? And then that means that one goes to that one. One, two. Gaynor's getting it all wrong. Oh, my eyeballs. I can't see nothing. So miss one. Girls, my head is pickled. Pete tongue. So that one is going there to there. And that one's going there to there. So that one needs to go from there to there. I've got to do the second one down because I'm confused. So let's get... Once I got the second one in place, the rest will fall in place, I think. Right, no, let's... Oh my goodness, I am Pete tongue. Right, that one is going now from that corner to that there. That's it. And then that one Let's get some glue on this one. Girls, if I've confused you.com, go watch someone else, because I'm terrible. So it can't be that one. So it's got to be the bottom. It's the bottom of the one we've just left off to the bottom of the one we just left off. So we get that crissy-crossy feeling. It's got to be. So that one's wrong. But that one's stuck. That needs to come. Oh my goodness, this art glitter glue sticks like glue really rapid. I might get a video up, have it playing instead of watching myself, so I get it right. That looks a bit skew-with. So does that, but I'm going to go with it. Go with the flow. So the bottom of that one to that one. So look, zig, zag, zig, zig. I'm not getting it right, am I? Oh, please, girl, don't. Let me just do it now and see what it looks like. Oh, as long as it looks pretty, isn't it? So, top of that one to the bottom of that one. It looks so, it seems to be coming along, but until we cut everything off, it just looks skew-with to me, because I think I'm doing something wrong. So that one to that one. That looks okay, but then I'm going to need a little one. And I'm going to try and balance that out. And that's just going to have a little bit. Right, turn it over. That one's stuck. The things you do for love. I'm going to leave that one. In fact, I'm going to stick some glue under that to make sure it sticks. And then I'm going to trim this one off first, because this one is just going to keep getting knocked otherwise. And if it's stuck on, it can't get knocked off. Right. I don't turn it over in case it's wrong. Do you know what, right? When I was able to cook, I could cook anything. You give me something to do, cook it. Do you think I can cook a poached egg in a bowl of water, hot water? I cannot do it for love. I have had the freshest of eggs. I've had the stalest of eggs. I've had normal sized eggs, large sized eggs, small sized eggs. I cannot make. Oh, I've gone through my card now. I cannot make scrambled egg for the life of me. I can make scrambled egg. I could never make poached eggs for the life of me. See, now that looks pretty. You've got that, and then you got that. Oh, I don't know. It looks okay to me. Right, let's get it down before Gaynor changes her mind. I'm going to glue it on. I like the paper, so they're really cute. I'm literally going to have to go back and watch these videos until I get it right. Making sure that's level. It's tiny little. I can never get nothing right. How do I make videos when I make so many boo-boobs? It looks fine, it's getting there. So now you've got the deboss side or you got the emboss side. I'm going to add mine to the deboss side this time. Or am I? Oh, I don't know. Girls, help. I'm going to add that on dimensionals actually. So let's flip that over. It might look a bit better, so I'm going to get some of these end bits. Oh, get my little jar. Stick that right along the edge. That'll do. I might even punch. The battery's okay, so right. Let's add. People call this a reverse ribbon card. I would call that garden trellis. I don't know, but there we go. It's added on dimensionals. Now let's. It looks nice, that very vanilla against the white, and I like the contrast that it's sticking out. Whoops. I think it's just my head that goes wrong, and then I think I'm doing something wrong, so it might be wrong. It looks okay to me. Oh, what am I like? I got gluey bits. Let's get rid of this silicone mat. Isn't that pretty? It looks a really pretty card. Right, I'm not going to use that bit. I'm going to literally stamp one of these flowers, maybe two. I've still got a couple of little strips left. And this is our new bubble gum. There are no dies with this set, but a little bit of fussy cutting didn't do anyone any harm. Let's turn that around, see if I can get another flower. Yeah, that's cute. And then we want our sentiment. I've got a flower there, look at that. And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna use the very vanilla, but I'm gonna add it on a slant. Oh, that's pale, isn't it? That's really pale. Let me turn it over and see if it's any darker the other side. Oh, let's get scrap, because at the end of the day I can always do it in black. No, it's really pale. That is too pale for my liking. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll grab my Versafine. I do like black and I like it dark. So this piece is 2 1/8 by 2 1/8, but we can always cut. Oh, that's better. But I'm going to fussy cut around that as well. Get rid of as much dark off there as we can before we clean, because Gaynor doesn't like mucky stamps. I call these are dog drying towels. You get them from dog pet shops, and they absorb like the ultimate absorbent towel. So right, glue, put away for a sec. Scissors. Cut 2 of these lovely little flowers out. So there's no dies, but this stamp set comes with the oval punch. And I'm not using the oval punch. I want it today. Easy enough to cut out. You don't have to be mega perfect. If you get a boo-boo on one side, tuck it under your sentiment. Don't ever think everything's got to be bang. It's a handmade card, so Made with love. Have you seen that new advert? Made with love. So there's one. Grab another one quick. I likes to cut off any excess. I don't mind spiky flowers. They look like they got spiky ends. I'll try anything one, ladies. You know me, whether I get it right or not. Or my version. We've all got our own versions of things, haven't we? What I'm going to do on this one then, because I'm adding flowers, get rid of those bits. I'm going to pop them on dimensionals as well when I can find them. I'm just putting one on each. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and fussy cut this out. But I'm not being mega fussy with this either. I'm just keeping it nice and neat. I'm not going into all those fancy grooves too much. Just getting that round the corner. Gonna definitely cut around here now, just in, down and back around. That's cute. So, oh, that is cute. So I'm gonna add dimensionals on this end and get a little strip from down there. And I'm going to get a little knobble of glue, pull the backings off. And I'm going to pop this just down there. And I'm putting one there. And one there. I think that is cute. So what I'm going to do now, get my strips. I'm just going to pop these inside before we do anything else. I'll put my glue away now. I'm just going to glue about the 4 inches. And this is pale enough. I'm just going to leave myself a little border across there. And I'm going to do the same again on this one. But I'm going to have the stripe. And I'm going to leave myself a little border. Trim off those ends. I do have just some spare. I might add that on there actually as the diamond shape. Let's just make sure this is equal. So what is that? That is 2.5. Let's just check. 2.5. No, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So that should be equal. I'm going to have that on there, but first of all, I'm going to fetch this back in. Stamp. And just have that flower highlighting at the top. And then when this paper, I'm going to glue that down in the centre so it gives me a pretty, it's still got somewhere to write. I mean, we could put it in the centre as a square, but I'm thinking just as a something different. So we've got the centre inside, so we can write a message to and from. My trousers are tickling my leg. We've got that beautiful bubblegum flower there. And then I'm just going to grab, instead, I have got, oops, I have got some lovely little black gems there. And I'm just going to use a large one. Ooh, I'm going to use the next ones down. Oh, maybe, yeah. I've got two large ones actually. You've got one there, and I've got another one here. So then the one I took off, line them up, or I can line them up that way. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to pop that there. So they're more or less in a straight line. But I like this one better than the last one. What am I like? So I've got a few strips left over. I've got a full container. I'm going to use that for something else. I'm just going to empty my tubes. I stuck to my finger. So these are the two we've just made. I think this one is a little bit better than that one. And then this is the first one I did. So I think this one's right. This one's right. And I think this one's a little bit on the wrong side, but it's not, if you know what I mean. So you've got that continual ribbon flow there as well. So I don't think they're wrong. It's just my head thinks they're wrong. But there we go. I hope you've enjoyed. I've enjoyed making them. So come again next time. And love to you all. All glory to our great Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ, who gives me the talent and gives me the confidence to share my ability with you beautiful ladies. So till next time, love to you all. Take care and bye.